You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because your life got more expensive without you noticing. Think about it. A few years ago, your income was lower, but somehow it felt easier to breathe. You didn't stress this much about money. You didn't check your balance every few days. You didn't feel that constant pressure in the background of your life. Now you earn more, maybe a lot more. And yet somehow it feels worse. You still hesitate before buying things. You still think twice before going out. You still feel like one unexpected expense could mess everything up. So, what changed? Because it's clearly not just your income. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your lifestyle grew faster than your wealth ever had a chance to. And most people don't even realize when it happens. It doesn't feel like a big decision. It never does. It's a slightly nicer apartment, a slightly better car, a few more subscriptions, ordering food a bit more often, traveling a bit more comfortably, nothing extreme, nothing irresponsible. Just small upgrades that feel earned. But those small upgrades stack. And slowly, without realizing it, you remove the only thing that actually builds financial progress. The gap. The gap between what you earn and what you keep. Because that gap is everything. It's your freedom, your safety, your future. And most people accidentally destroy it the moment their life starts getting better. Let me show you how this plays out. Two people get the exact same raise. Both earn an extra $2,000 a month. Same job level, same opportunity, same situation. Person one adjusts immediately. They move to a better place. Upgrade their car, start spending a bit more freely. Not recklessly, just comfortably. Within a few months, their new lifestyle absorbs almost everything. They feel better. But financially, nothing really changed. Like they're still stuck. Just at a higher level. Person two does something different. They allow themselves some improvement, but they protect most of the increase. They keep their lifestyle close to what it was and redirect the difference. Same raise. Completely different outcome. One person feels richer, the other actually becomes richer. And that difference compounds faster than people expect. Because money doesn't change your life instantly, it changes your trajectory. And trajectory is what decides everything. Now here's where it gets dangerous, because the world around you is constantly pushing you toward the first path. Every app you open, every ad you see, every video you scroll past, it's all designed to make you upgrade. Faster, easier, now? And the more you earn, the stronger that pressure becomes. Because now you can justify it. You worked for this. You deserve this. Why not enjoy it? And again, individually, none of that is wrong. But collectively, it creates a life where you earn more, spend more, and stay exactly where you started. No real progress, no real margin. Just a more expensive version of the same problem. That's why so many people feel stuck even as their income grows, because they're running on what looks like progress. But mathematically, nothing is actually changing. Now let's flip this. Because the moment you understand this, everything shifts. The goal isn't to avoid spending. The goal is to control the direction of your money. Instead of letting your lifestyle automatically expand, you decide how much of your growth becomes consumption and how much becomes leverage. Because saved money is not just saved money, it's optionality. It's the ability to make decisions without pressure. It's the ability to walk away from something that no longer works. It's the ability to invest, to wait, to think long term. And that's where most people miss the second layer of the problem. Because even when they do save, they do it last. They pay everything else first. Rent, bills, subscriptions, food, everything. And then whatever is left becomes savings. Except there's almost never anything left. Or if there is, it disappears the moment something unexpected happens. So they try harder next month, and the cycle repeats. But the issue isn't discipline, it's the system. When you save last, you save leftovers, and leftovers don't build wealth. Systems do. The people who actually build financial stability don't rely on willpower every month. They remove the decision entirely. The moment money comes in, a portion disappears into savings or investments automatically. Before they can spend it, before they can adjust to it, before lifestyle has a chance to expand, and something interesting happens. They adapt. Because humans always adapt to what's available. Give yourself less to spend, and you'll figure out how to make it work. But now there's something different happening in the background. Your future is getting funded first, and that changes everything over time. Now let's talk about the thing that quietly destroys this progress faster than anything else. Debt. Not all debt, but the kind that keeps you stuck. Because there's a massive difference between using money and being used by it. High interest debt doesn't just slow you down, it reverses your progress. You're trying to move forward while something is pulling you backward every single month. And the worst part is, it doesn't feel urgent. Minimum payments feel manageable. That's by design. Because as long as you stay in that cycle, you're paying for the past instead of building the future. And until that changes, nothing else really matters, because every dollar you invest while carrying high interest debt is fighting against a stronger force pulling in the opposite direction. So the order matters. You build a gap, you protect it, you eliminate what's draining it, and only then do you fully unlock the next level. Because this is where things start to get unfair, in a good way. Once your money is no longer being consumed or drained, it starts working, and at first it's almost invisible. The numbers move slowly, nothing exciting happens. No big wins, no dramatic changes, and this is where most people quit, because it doesn't feel like progress. But then something shifts. The growth starts stacking on itself. Your returns start generating their own returns, and suddenly the numbers start moving differently. Faster, not because you're working harder, but because your money finally is. And this is the part most people underestimate. Time matters more than effort, because once time is gone, you can't replace it. You can earn more. You can work more. But you can't go back and give your money more time to grow. That's why two people can invest the same amount and end up in completely different places. Not because of intelligence, not because of luck, but because one started earlier, and that gap compounds into something massive over time. Now here's the final piece that almost nobody talks about. Because even if you do everything right, you're still exposed. Life doesn't care about your plan. Things happen unexpectedly. And if you're not prepared, one event can undo years of progress. That's why real financial stability isn't just about growth. It's about protection. Having enough to handle the unexpected without collapsing your system. Because without that, everything you build is fragile. And fragile systems eventually break. So when you zoom out, this is what actually works. You create a gap, you protect it from lifestyle inflation, you automate it so it grows without relying on discipline. You eliminate the forces working against you, you give your money time to compound, and you protect everything you're building. None of this is complicated, but almost nobody does all of it consistently. And that's why the results look so different, because financial freedom isn't about one big decision. It's about a series of small ones repeated long enough to matter. And the moment you start playing by these rules, the game changes.